Today's episode is brought to you by these guys. Okay, so we're going to keep this recipe simple. Basically, we're going to start by creating a marinade. I've got just under 2 pounds of flank steak here, which I've cut up into fajita sized strips. For that marinade, we're just going to go with about 3/4 cup olive oil. We've got a nice handful of cilantro, some fresh ground black pepper, some garlic salt, and we're going to use this chili jalapeno El Yucateco sauce. Now this sauce has got some wonderful flavor, a small amount of kick, and it is absolutely glorious. So this is really going to kick up the flavors in our marinade. Now let's go ahead and get started with that marinade. All right, we're going to start with this olive oil. Again, we've got about 3/4 of a cup here. Got about 1.5 teaspoons of garlic salt, about 1 teaspoon fresh ground black pepper, and we've got a nice bunch of cilantro here. Now we're going to go ahead, add about 2 tablespoons or so of that chili jalapeno. That just looks absolutely beautiful. Now let's go ahead and get this steak into a bag and get this marinade in there. All right, got the steak into a bag. Now let's get this marinade in there. All right, now that that's in there, we just want to get this moved around here. All right, so I've got all the air out of this bag. This smells fantastic. Can't wait to cook this up out on the Blackstone Griddle. So the next time I see you will be tomorrow. Little magic trick for you. What? It didn't work? Let me try that again. That didn't even snap right that time. There we go. It's nothing? Still nothing? You know what? I think I'm going to give up on all this fancy editing. I'm just going to cut to tomorrow because I'm just not a good editor. What can I say? See you guys tomorrow. All right, it is the next day. This marinade smells fantastic. I'm going to show you that in just a second. I've chopped up all my veggies. The griddle is preheating. Everything's ready to go. Let me bring you in a little bit closer to show you what we're going to be cooking outside on that griddle. All right, this marinade is just so delicious. I wish I could stress how important it is that when you use a good quality sauce with so much flavor like what I'm using and what I've chosen for this recipe, it's so versatile. You can use it for so many things, and it just went great in this marinade. This steak smells fantastic, and I can't wait for it to hit the griddle and let those smells really come out. Now I've also chopped up some onions, peppers, tomatoes, and we're gonna go ahead and saute these out on the griddle right now. All right guys, grab a refreshment, come on outside on the porch with me, and let's cook this up. All right, let's go ahead and start with these veggies. The griddle was preheated nicely, so these are already cooking up beautifully. The smells are just insanely good. Let's go ahead and get some nice salt on these. We're going to keep this real simple. A little bit of black pepper. Really love to cook outdoors, and this griddle adds a whole new element to my outdoor cooking game. I'm able to do things out here that you normally can't do outside unless you've got a flat top like this. Just to keep everything cooking up well, we're going to add a little bit of oil there. Now our steak is going to cook really quickly, so we want these veggies to cook down a bit before we go ahead and get that steak on. That steak's literally just going to take minutes. We're going to try to get this timed perfectly if we can. All right, I've been working these around, and these are right about where I want them. They're about 3/4 of the way cooked, and it's time to go ahead and move these over onto the low heat. They're going to continue to cook, but we don't want to overdo these. You know, I like my veggies to have a little bit of crisp to them. We don't necessarily want them to be mush, so We're gonna let those hang out there on low heat. It's time to get this steak on. All right, now we've got a good coating of oil here already from the marinade, so we're not gonna have to add any oil to this griddle top. We're just gonna be able to go ahead, get this steak on there. You get an instant sear on that steak. Got beautiful flavor profile here. I can just tell in the smell. Just got a great sear instantly upon hitting that griddle top. Now I've done something special here for you guys. I ordered myself something from Amazon just for this episode. I went ahead, got myself a nice fajita pan here, or fajita plate I guess you'd call it. And we're gonna let that kind of preheat right over here. While that's heating up, I'm gonna drop these tortillas right on top there and let them kind of get heated up as well. Alright, lighting was getting a little tough, so we went ahead and added a little light out here for you. So you can kind of enjoy this cook with me. Alright. This steak is really good here. Now it is time to combine everything together. Folks, just look at that color. It's so beautiful. This is just going to be delicious. Alright, this stuff's ready to go. Let's go ahead and get some of this on this platter. Can you hear that sizzle? Just take a look at that. That's so beautiful. Let's get this inside. Let's build us some fajitas. Alright, this is smelling up my whole kitchen. It just smells absolutely glorious. Really excited about how this turned out. The seasoning combination, the marinade, you know, we kept it simple. I already took a little sneak peek taste of this steak and it was out of this world. So let's go ahead and build some fajitas for you guys right now. Alright, so we've got those nice soft tortilla shells here. Let's go ahead and get these stuffed up real nice. These peppers and onions just turned out fantastic. Hope you enjoy this. I'm going to be able to fit almost this whole platter on these 3 fajita tortillas here. Alright. Now there's all kinds of stuff you can put on here. You know, depending on what kind of a restaurant you go to, sometimes you're going to get cheese with these and sometimes you're not. I noticed that almost 9 out of 10 don't give cheese with fajitas. So we're just going to kind of garnish this with a little bit of cilantro. Alright. Alright, we're going to finish this off with some of this Yucateco sauce. This stuff packs some beautiful flavor and a little bit of a kick or a punch. Alright. I say it's time for a taste test.
There you go.
Cheers, everybody. Guys, that marinade, perfect. I recommend a marinade if you're going to do fajitas, regardless of what protein you're going to use, because it's going to really help tenderize that meat. This was not chewy, this was just perfect. The flavors in this are crazy good. We've got some jalapeno, we've got a little bit of habanero from that topping sauce that I put on. The veggies have the perfect crunch. They're soft, they're flavorful. You've got the perfect amount of salt and pepper. You know, again, I'm just a backyard barbecuer, but I'm going to tell you what, using the right ingredients and using the right equipment can make all the difference. I highly recommend giving this a try. I want to thank El Yucateco for making this possible. I love all you guys. Please comment, please like, please subscribe, help support my channel. I'm out here doing this for my family. It's not that I don't enjoy it, I enjoy it a ton. I just want to get as much support as I can from my viewers, and you guys have been great so far. Anyway, that's enough rambling out of me. Thanks again for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Cheers. I'll see you guys on the next episode.